Hey, people. We are getting ready to do a 17 Priory. I've been invited by Cutie Lobster. Cutie Lobster of Area 52. I'm hoping it'll be a pretty smooth, chill experience, but, you know, you can never be sure. Is my audio picking up in my desktop? Let's check that real quick. Okay, good. We are on. We are gaming. Emissary of Warweek, nice. Changing my Runeforge. We're gonna go Deathbringer for this key. Because this key fucking hurts. What that's gonna mean is we're gonna have pretty reduced damage, but we're gonna have a lot of survivability. Now our group, is this a balanced druid or is this a feral? This is a balanced druid. So our group has a lot of AoE damage. I can kind of let them compensate for the loss there, I think. Swap over to Fallen Crusader. Fallen Crusader is the choice as far as Deathbringer goes. You're so cute, Bean. And the reason for that is pretty simple. We don't benefit from the bug that makes Rune of Sanguination so good for Sandlane. So there's no point in us taking it. Instead, we'd rather have the high uptime, strength, and healing. So that's what we're gonna get. Oh, what a good cat. Yes, you are. I'm gonna put on our newfangled Sephorian Pacemaker and get a ready check going on. Everyone's ready. That means it is time for a countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is going to be a pretty bog standard route. We're going to be taking Disrupting Shout Guy, and we're going to be taking Thunderclap Guy. We're going to put them on top of each other. It's going to be very attractive, hard for me to hold in, but that's okay.
The god sought to kill you. Captain Dale Cry is protecting.
Now I do this.
Each
We're
of his
good.
lieutenants bolsters.
I'm not sure how this gentleman just got shot to death, but that's okay. Oh, he just got the impaled special. Yeah, that would do it. Dancing Rune Weapon is going to be one of our biggest defensive boons in this dungeon especially. Because there's just a lot of melee damage happening very consistently in here. Now this fight has gone on a lot longer than you would hope, and that's largely because our Boomy died pretty much immediately. There isn't much I can do about that beyond just trying my best to compensate. Making up for it where I can.
AoE.
Fortunately, we do live.
Chainmail, your training grounds fall to the intruders.
Avoid. Avoid. Spread.
Out of range.
We're gonna go ahead and put out a AMZ, sort of help deal with the amount of damage that our team is currently taking.
Avoid.
Oh, that's a huge problem there, though.
Too far away.
Avoid.
We do have an Evoker, which does help a little bit. And because we're playing Deathbringer, we have a very competent amount of threat generation. That's one of the biggest advantages of Deathbringer over Sand Lane. Is we can generate threat pretty much instantly. Sand Lane requires a lot more like setup for it.
Dodge.
It might look like that pack was pulled on accident. I think it was, but it's fine. We were going to end up needing to pull it anyways. That guy nearly fucking died. We are holding on by a thread, but that's okay.
Spread.
Out of range.
Dodge.
I need to get closer.
Spread.
Very nice. We avoid... Mwah, I love you, Bean, but you gotta chill, girl. We avoid having another dot applied. That's pretty huge for us. It just means that we don't have to, like, slow down or anything. We don't have to worry about the healer. We can just go straight into this pat. Curious how this guy's been like dispelling his the bleeds on him.
Avoid. AoE.
Too far away.
Now, normally most groups, from my understanding, do not split these up, and I haven't either. I do not want to like let the group die here. At this point, with the turbo boost, we should have more than enough damage to make up for small losses like that. As you can see, we also kill we're killing the Conjurers as around the same time as the Footmen. We only lost like a couple of seconds from that, and we can just walk with this last one. Not really worried too much about it. Now, we aren't just relying on CCs for the defense. We want to keep them moving around. The less that we allow our targets to stand and defend, the better. The elementary concept, obviously, but... It's important. It is. So we see that defense are starting to come back up. We're gonna move. Try to move anyways.
You won't peel off anymore.
Hey.
You must defeat Dalecry now.
Tainer, the intruders defile the altar of the sacred flame.
Avoid. Avoid.
We're in no rush to make use of these Marrow Rend procs. We can do our mechanics as usual without too much stress.
Dance.
Finish them off, Lieutenant.
We also just don't need to overmove in this. I see a lot of people go like crazy. I mean, I've done it before as well, where it's like
Avoid.
that dance starts and everyone just starts running around like a headless chicken. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. With Dual Mile dead, we can go ahead and pull the boss. We're gonna give our healer a second to start drinking.
Without my lieutenants.
Okay, I don't think they need it.
Ours is the true path for the Arathi. My spear aims true.
I have a lot of defensives up here at the start of the pool,
Maul.
which means I'm not going to actually bother using the AMS for the first Divine Judgment. For this one, I will.
Show them
AoE.
the power of the flame.
AMZ for my group. We don't want them to obviously get in any trouble here. And then for this one, we're going to use Icebound Fortitude. Icebound Fortitude, pretty useful. Also got extended by a couple of procs there, so we've got a 12-second long Icebound Fortitude.
My
Pretty
spear
insane.
aims true.
We are going to go ahead and set him as my focus target. Now for this next one, I don't need to worry too much. We've got all of our things set up. We're going to use our Trinket rather than spend a rune on Rune Tap.
AoE.
Should be a pretty comfortable experience for us here.
My fang and claw. My
Frontal.
spear aims true.
We'll AMS for this one here. Just sort of reducing the amount of damage that we're taking overall. This time we've got Lichborn for it, alongside our Reaper's Mark proc.
Eliminate these vermin. My
Frontal.
spear aims true.
What would I say, Sandlane? So your question, there's not an easy answer. I'm doing Deathbringer this time
Fang and claw.
because this is Priory specifically. Priory is a really like nasty dungeon on tank, and Deathbringer just brings a lot of survivability. If I were in Motherload, or not Motherload, but Workshop, for example, though, Sandlane every time. There's like no tank damage. Tank damage is the biggest weakness of Sandlane. Use my healing potion there to make things a little easier on my healer. But I will say, 13 plus is a bit of a like niche, or sorry, not niche. It's a little bit undefined. Like, I run damage build in like 13s and 12s. At 14 is when I start to build more tanky in the first place, so like Umbilicus. So you can probably run with Sandlane the entire time, up until like at least 15 or 16 before you really have to start thinking about it.
My fang and claw.
Our healer's gonna need hella mana after this. At least I think so. 3 minutes 17. That's not bad on that boss. Give them a sec.
Was an Arathi hero.
Yeah, that should be good.
The Priory
Are these steel strikes, lackeys? God! God!
Dodge. Dodge. AoE.
Trinket sort of follows a similar rule. It's a little more precise. I would say if you're just getting like a trinket for tankiness, bomb suit's probably your bet.
Dodge.
Sorry, this pool's getting a little intense here.
Dodge. AoE.
Gonna kite it out a little bit. If you're looking for something that's just damage-wise, you have sort of two choices. A lot of tanks are actually taking, they're crafting Algari Alchemist Stones rather than using like a traditional trinket. If you choose to do that, you can kind of free up one of your curios to be whatever you want.
Dodge.
If you've got a hero bomb suit, your options kind of slim down to like, if you're talking from raid, probably like House of Cards,
Belong to that old
big
fool's
CD here.
sister blade.
Okay.
Destroy these outsiders.
You can kind of do this. Sorry,
Dodge.
this is a fairly intense key for blood, like I mentioned, so I'm having to take a couple of seconds to...
AoE. Dodge. AoE.
keep myself up.
AoE. Dodge. Dodge.
Hey, happy to help, man.
AoE.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Dodge. AoE.
So yeah, it sort of depends what you want your trinkets for. It sounds like you're specifically after like high mythic plus trinkets, which is good for you because in that case you can probably get away with just like a myth pacemaker would do the trick for both Sand Lane and Deathbringer. If you're not using a tank trinket, you can equip that with an Algari Alchemist Stone and you'll be chilling. If you are using a tank trinket, then I would say definitely go for the... Oh, let me do this. I would say definitely go for the pacemaker, and just that should do most of the work that you need out of it.
And the Arathi will be
Dodge.
mighty.
AoE.
I would recommend as well, if you're new to blood tanking, look up the Blood Decay Analysis Discord. It's run by Kyrasis. He's one of the top Death Knights right now, one of the top Blood Death Knights, and he has a lot of really useful resources for blood. He has considerations for different trinkets on Dinars.
Dodge.
He has a page
AoE.
that includes like skips that you can do with like Night Elf and Wraithwalk, for example. A lot of the things that people believe Death Knights can't do can actually be done. You just have to do a bit of extra research because we tend to have to cobble our our mechanics together.
Dodge.
Hello, Phytoplantus.
AoE.
Serve the purpose. Baron, demonstrate your worth.
I solo soak 5-stack braziers.
Will fall
There we go.
at our feet. By the Emperor's
That was probably the hardest part of this dungeon for me as a tank. Very easy to just get absolutely clobbered there.
holy hammer.
Dodge.
Yeah, unless you've got myth slots from raid for your DK, probably your best bet's gonna end up being like
Shielded by
pacemaker,
light.
bomb suit you already have, so you don't really need to worry about it. I wouldn't go for ringing ritual mud. It's good. It's just not like good enough to justify a dinar, and it kind of loses out to combustible in my opinion.
Stab.
Glory guides my hammer.
Dodge. Soak.
Flame cleanse you.
We're gonna solo soak this 5-stack, but we want to wait for the Castigator shield. Let him top everyone off.
Flames
Then I mean, Pacemaker is just like, it's a lot of extra damage, it's a lot of crit strike, especially if you run Deathbringer. It's pretty insane. If you're not running Deathbringer, you could probably do, like I said, the Algary Alchemist Stone would be fine. Pacemaker just happens to be, like, the best value for AoE. You could also get the Tome. The Tome is mostly good for, like, single target. They kind of nerfed its AoE.
Boss buff.
Can I get away with this? I will need one more person.
4, 3. Stab. Dodge.
But yeah, on Deathbringer especially, crit is always good. On Sand Lane, I mean, it's just a good proc. It deals a pretty solid amount of damage.
Dodge.
Shielded by flames light.
Okay, everyone's topped up,
Heal me.
which means I can go ahead and do this. Huge.
Stab.
Guide my hammer.
Dodge. Soaks.
Flame cleanse you.
I can send you a link after I finish this.
By my shield.
It's a little bit harder to find than like the Acaris Discord is.
Flame's wrath. Heal me.
Boss buff.
Flame empowers me.
Stab.
Guide my hammer.
Dodge. Soaks.
Flame cleanse you.
Set up an A and Z for everyone to help them deal with the Castigator shields.
By my shield.
We should just be able to focus the boss here.
Flame's wrath. Heal me. Defeat.
Murpray has warped the Priory from a place of contemplation to
Uh,
a uprising. Why?
Definitely. Okay. I would say honestly probably go for the Jaster Diamond.
Emperor's will.
Cersei's is
Is mad.
it's just not that good at a certain point, especially with Turbocharge. You sort of have to account for the fact that Cersei's was already going to be replaced by like mythic level gear before Turbocharge. But hero gear is now equivalent to what mythic was. Or just about. I would definitely go for the Jasters.
Dodge. AoE.
Signet ain't what she used to be. Alright, I'm gonna start moving up here.
I need to get closer.
Hey, happy to help. Don't stress out about whether or not you need to stick around and chat or whatever. If you're not still here by the time that I'm done with this, I'll DM you the link.
AoE. AoE.
I love talking about Blood DK, so.
Dodge. AoE. AoE. Dodge.
It's a
Dodge.
it's a fun spec. I think it's definitely one of the most rewarding to get skilled at, but it's also one of the hardest to play effectively. Well, I kinda can't walk through here, huh?
Beledar is the crucible. It burns away weakness. Its blinding light reveals the strength We are with an army of the Risen. The Arathi will defeat the Nerubians, conquer Kazalgar, and subjugate the world!
No, such heresy. They defile the sacred flame by
Oh, man.
creating the dead.
I was,
No better than
when I was a kid, I played on my mom's WoW account whenever I was, like, 9, 10-ish. And I remember the night that she... Oh, no, Lupsta died. It's fine. The night that she hit level 55 was the night that I went went to bed super early, woke up so that they wouldn't know how long I had been playing at, like, 3 a.m. And then I just, like, sat there and fucking did the Death Knight starting zone in its entirety twice. It was so good, man. I didn't even, like, understand just how dark that story got as well. For sure. That, that fucking Inquisition quest, that one always got me, where you had to, like, go around and, use the Persuaders on people. I remember one time I was doing that shit for, like, 2 hours. I kept replaying the starting zone for, like, an extended period of time, I won't lie.
Dodge. AoE.
Oh, man. It really was just, like, so sick. I don't even know if it's worth using a B-Res here. I think we just save, because all we have to do now is kill Braun Pike, and we're good.
AoE.
Probably overpulled a little bit. I could have let this guy get mana. I just didn't want to do this Paladin pack entirely on its own, you know? But we need probably, like,
AoE.
3.5, 4 minutes for this boss, so we should be perfectly fine. Yeah, we're good?
Out of range.
We're gonna group these all onto the beam with our Dwarffian's Grasp. I think Dwarffian's Grasp is a really good pick for keys at this level as well. Especially if you're running with a Balanced Druid, which is pretty common right now. It has a pretty just like good inherent synergy with it.
Get closer. It's too far away.
AMZ here to my group.
No Arathi leaves the Emperor's service, even in death.
We should be pretty much home free here. We've got 6 minutes on the last boss. A very comfortable amount of time. I almost just let that guy cast. Trying to think, because we really don't want to accidentally kill. I need like a question being to know. Our healer's getting mana. How are we feeling? Are we good? Okay.
Sacred flame will cleanse your transgressions! Burn
Dodge.
by
Let everyone heal up a bit.
By blaze be purified.
And we're chilling.
4, 3,
I'm gonna use AMS here.
1.
It's not like a huge amount of extra protection, but like there's nothing else to AMS in here, to be honest.
Away. 3, 2, 1.
By
Beam.
blaze be purified.
Dodge.
Burn by sacred flame.
We'll give him an A and Z for this one.
Away.
She's taking her sweet time on this.
2, 1.
Burn
Dodge.
by sacred flame.
Looks like Mr. Lobster accidentally let himself get
Blaze be purified.
get blinded.
Burn
Dodge.
by sacred flame.
Oh man, that light's blinding.
Away. 3,
By
2, 1.
a heathen. Burn
Dodge.
by sacred
Holy shit.
flame.
Okay.
By
Beam.
blaze be purified.
What just happened there?
Dodge.
Flames take you.
Were they just not prepared with like a defensive? Looks like it.
Brothers and sisters,
Shield.
hearken to the flame.
Hey, no worries, man. Just slow them down, take the bots away.
A heathen's death.
Not sure who she is calling a heathen right now.
Little faith.
She is like, she keeps saying that someone died when no one's dead.
3, 2, 1. Dodge.
Holy shit, they died.
Ye of little faith.
Okay. Apparently we're not able to turn around.
By blaze be purified.
Away. 3, 2, 1. Dodge.
Ye little faith.
Okay, she's up.
Take you.
Please don't die there. This should not be as hard as it is right now.
By blaze be purified.
Away. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, everyone looked away this time. We're chilling. We're chilling. Holy fuck. Jesus. GG.
See you burn.
That was an insane amount of effort there.
Done.
I'm
These
sorry,
zealots
Druid.
no longer steer our fate
Okay,
towards
let me pull up this Blood DK Analysis Discord. Get an invite, copy. Gerpenstein. Can I whisper? I don't think I can whisper from OBS. One sec. There you go. Enjoy. No problem, man. Happy I could help. See if I can get a Cinder Brew 17 in here. That would pretty much have me set. My Cinder Brew. Let's see, we're gonna do 17-18. Are we going to get an invite to one of these beautiful, beautiful 17s? Problem is, the only Cinder Brew 17 that's up currently is, well, it currently has a tank. And I somehow doubt that that the leader of the group is going to swap to Havoc so that I can, play. A mystery, I know. Let me think here. I could do my 18 Motherload. The only issue with that is I've already done it. It's kind of like a very risky thing, I suppose. Because I would essentially be putting my key on the line for something that wouldn't be IO for me. Where does that put me on the old IO? Not bad, not bad. Starting to catch up with some of my contemporaries. Viviani says time for invite. He thanked me for an invite I didn't give him. Oh, that's such a good cat. Let me go over here. My Top Gear, Ring of Perpetual Conflict was the one that was recommended. Yeah, kind of sucks to drop the foot bomb, but if I'm doing Deathbringer, I kind of need the crit. Then
There is much to be done. Good health to you.
Hmm. Trying to think if there's any keys that I still need. Or if there's any keys that I can use from this. I would pretty much just be going for, like, extra speed on any of these. Yeah, I guess I'll try the Motherlode. At worst, it downgrades, and then I have a fairly simple 17 that I can do. I go 18 Motherlode. Huge. You're just such a good cat, Bean. Hi. Oh, it's you. Little vermin. You're a good cat. Yes, you are, Peepo. Yes, you are. I don't hate the idea of having a little extra prio damage. Problem is, this key doesn't have, like, a crazy good place for it. It's not like other ones where you're, like, massive funnel damage on a lot of things. It's mostly just the extractor packs that are scary. I'll take a shaman here. Gotta flex one of my greatest wastes of money real quick while I upgrade my ring.
I can't attack that target.
Then let's go to gyms. Search. Current expansion only. We're gonna grab a Masterful Ruby. How about that? Let's teleport over. This is a pretty solid key for Tightening Grasp. I mean, Tightening Grasp is kind of a little bit niche no matter what, but this isn't a bad key for it.
Someone in this cave is mining azurite from the world's open wounds. Put a stop to it.
Someone's finding azurite. And they're not doing it for me. Spell Bulwark, we're going to take Tightening Grasp here. Okay. Mustang second or boss? Boss. Okay. Countdown is imminent. Let's get this shit ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just gonna skip these laborers here. Grab all these. If we do that,
I'm out of breath. Too far away.
a little bit rough there, I won't lie. No one's dead though, so that means it's good. Make it through, mount up. Then we're gonna start sneaking around here, go up the wall. Should be pretty chill. Thank you. Okay.
Hurry, they're coming! Don't rush me. I'm reading the license agreement.
Got a little stuck there.
They're gonna kill us! Okay. Wait. Should I purchase an extended warranty?
We're gonna try and keep these away from where our group is. And I'm saving Gorfine's Grasp for the next pack. Or not for the next pack, but for the next, thing. Not looking like we're gonna get to do that, so I'm just gonna use it now.
Too far away.
Yeah.
Systems engaged. Commence pummeling. Voltage increase.
Bombs incoming.
Damaging this unit violates the terms of use.
Frontal.
Lethal force authorized.
Huge.
Coin magnet. Knockback.
Voltage increase.
Bombs incoming.
Damaging this unit violates the terms.
Let them get all these foot bombs done.
Frontal.
Lethal force authorized.
Coin magnet.
Is that far enough? Oh, it was.
Knockback.
Increase.
Bombs incoming.
Damaging this unit violates the terms of use.
Frontal.
Lethal force authorized.
We're gonna let him come over here. He's gonna go a bit further this time. He does get one pay to win stack off, unfortunately. Stayed just a little too long there. We're gonna AMZ for my group. Hopefully they'll be quick enough.
Knockback.
Voltage increase.
Bombs incoming.
Damaging this unit violates the terms of use.
How did that one get over there?
Frontal.
Lethal force authorized.
Fuck.
Coin magnet.
I don't even know how it spawned over there, bro.
Knockback.
Voltage increase.
Did he like, did someone knock it backwards? Like, the fuck?
Damaging this unit violates the terms of use.
Frontal.
Lethal systems failing. Deploying release.
Okay. Well, fortunately they can release. We can just move forward.
AoE and dance.
Well, myself pop Purge, which is pretty unfortunate, but I think it should be alright.
AoE and dance.
Ouch. Okay, well, maybe not if I do
I
that.
simply wish you had lasted a little longer.
Maybe not if I troll. Maybe not if I'm a silly guy. I think it's okay, probably-ish.
I'm out of range.
AoE and dance.
Fine. This place is pretty forgiving on time. It's crazy how bad just 3 deaths can feel, though.
I need to get closer. Out of range.
Getting mass silence going out here. With that dead, we can kind of move forward here.
Too far away.
Add buff. Run out. Add buff. Run out. Add buff. Run out.
Once the Taskmaster is dead, we're kind of chilling.
Add buff.
Trespass in my domain! The
Buffing it.
blood of Azeroth flows through you!
Frontal.
Man, that feels good to get a 7 million damage fucking Mirrorin proc or whatever.
Frontal. AoE.
Shatter!
New ad.
Arise!
Buffing it.
Unleash your power!
Frontal.
Give an AMZ to the group. Let them deal with a bit of that rot damage that's going to be going out during this phase.
Frontal. AoE.
The ground will consume you!
New ad.
Lust is up. We get to use that real quick.
Buffing it.
Now, this fight is unfortunately just, like, much worse for Deathbringer than it is for Sandlane. We have a little bit more on-demand damage in the form of Reaper's Mark, but Sandlane, you get, like, a Cleaving Strikes proc, and you're blitzing this place. But that's just how that goes. It's not always going to be, like, an ideal situation for either
AoE.
of the 2 talent sets. Part of the issue with Blood right now is... Or not with Blood. I mean, I guess with Blood. With Deathbringer specifically, though, a big part of the issue is just the fact that it does not benefit from the tier set even close to as much as
Frontal.
its sand lane counterpart.
Frontal.
Well, I get the feeling that AMZ won't be seeing much use.
AoE. New ad. Buffing ad. Frontal. Frontal.
Alright, that brings down Azeroth. Brings us on to third area. Now this one's a little bit spooky. Some of the mobs here can really fuck you up. Care spread for echoes, I agree.
I need to get closer.
Avoid. Avoid.
Our comp has exceptional uncapped AoE, which is why I'm so comfortable pulling that
Avoid.
many mobs at once. We're just always going to be in a good position with this.
Avoid. 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 Avoid.
And mass stop here. Get a good interrupt from our boy there, our friendly bear. Friendly Boomy, sorry. Gonna grab these test subjects. We're just gonna bring them onto the masterminds here. Make this pack a little bit less of a time sink, I would say.
Avoid. Avoid.
That's sort of the value of that pack there. We just want to add a bit more funnel into our fight,
Avoid.
pretty much.
Avoid. Avoid.
Out of range.
Avoid.
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
We're gonna wait a second for the shot to go off here.
Far away.
AoE.
If you want a job done right, use Mega Explosive!
AoE.
Our comp is high ranged here, so we're not too worried about what might happen to us if we aren't careful.
The smell of propellant in the morning.
There should be very little chance of a crawler mine ever hitting us here.
AoE. Frontal.
Safety first!
Like, the biggest risk that we're taking right now
The smell
is me letting my cat stay on my desk.
AoE.
AMS with charge shot, you can do this pretty consistently. It's just, it reduces damage on your group, or on you by quite a lot. Which normally isn't that big of a deal when fighting these guys, but with Flux Flame specifically, she hurts the tank really badly. You can't, like, block or parry her shots. It's not to my knowledge.
Frontal.
Safety first!
Frontal.
Safety first!
Just some good value funnel right there.
Frontal.
Love the smell of propellant in the morning.
This is a good time to AMS as we're starting to pass over, preparing for the next catalyst.
Pulls.
Not too much going on, just finding ways to make use of our abilities.
Frontal.
Love the smell of propellant in the morning.
Frontal.
Love the smell of propellant in the morning.
Frontal.
Love the smell of propellant in the morning.
Pulls. Frontal.
Let the group know that I want them to stand back.
Frontal.
Love the smell of propellant in the morning.
Frontal.
Safety first!
Once again, just ping to remind them that I want them to stand back for a second.
I'm out of range. Need to get closer.
AoE.
It's too far away.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Deliveries incoming.
I'm out of range.
AoE. AoE.
It's too far away.
AoE.
Get this guy's like to catch up a little bit.
Do you bums realize how much property damage you've done?
AoE. 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 AoE.
Safe to come through. Ping him to remind him we need to stay where our healer can reach us.
AoE. AoE. AoE.
I don't think this pull's nearly as scary as people make it out to be. I think that people just run it wrong.
Right where you belong, under my heel.
I'm not saying it's not a scary
Find
pool,
safe spot.
but it's definitely not like the run ender, I would say. Or it
Frontal.
shouldn't be. That was my bad. I shouldn't have pointed him towards them. As tank, we should always be pointing him away with the Gatling gun if we can. Thank you, man. Take care. I appreciate you hopping in.
Frontal.
And good luck to you as well.
Get a load of 300 rounds per minute.
Find safe spot.
Oh no.
Might have made a mistake there.
Frontal.
Take some high caliber carnage.
Find safe spot. Frontal.
Take some high caliber carnage!
Find safe spot. Intermission.
Paying you fools for! Get out here and fix this!
Go ahead and pick up this Sky Scorcher. We got kind of lucky and they actually grouped themselves up. Usually that doesn't happen, I'll be honest. That's what we call fate.
Smashing.
Instantly burn through these Sky Scorchers thanks to that.
Smash.
My insurance premium!
Means I can focus on actually reaching these instead of
Move.
trying whenever they target me.
Smashing. Smash.
My insurance premium!
We can hit these to keep our Icy Talons and Coagulo going. No need to drop stacks if we don't have to.
Intermission over.
And we're gonna get him right back in position.
Find safe spot. Frontal.
Get a load of 300 rounds per minute!
Pretty good RNG on these bots as well.
Frontal. Find safe spot.
Take some high caliber carnage!
That could have been bad. Fortunately, we have Pong. I mean, we also have 3B reses, so.
Frontal. Find safe spot.
Take some high caliber carnage!
Frontal.
Take some high caliber carnage!
Find safe spot.
Very nice. Give him a GG, well played. Nice little, got a little 19 Thunderbird metery. Oh boy. That sounds like something that'd be fun to run.
Oh no.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if I want to try doing a fucking 19 Cinderbrew. I don't know if I'll live that. Oh man, that's a scary key, I won't lie. Interesting. Okay. Mm. I don't even know if it's worth giving, or I don't know if it's worth trying a 19 Cinder Brew. I think it's probably better for me to just try and queue into something. Problem is, I'm not exactly the premium choice for people right now. Not playing the preem option. People do not like to have a blood DK. They're scared of it. So cute, Bean. Yes, you were. She could ruin my gameplay at any time if she wanted to. Soon as you're born, you start dying. Might be able to get into an 18 Mechagon. Probably not, but we can apply. Yeah, no. Straight for the vengeance. Do I play with your boy DJ? I don't think so. Who's DJ? I play with a lot of people. I might have. I mean, I don't really have like a consistent guide. Oh, you're talking about Kaze. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I play with Kaze. He's in my guild. I've never heard him referred to as DJ, though. That's interesting. Yeah, I play with Kaze pretty frequently. Unfortunately, I have just gotten an invite to play Battlegrounds with my boy Noob, who you also might know if you know Kaze. But I'm gonna go do that and end the stream for now, since it's not looking like the pugs are gonna be an option right now. Thank you to anyone who tuned in for tuning in. I had a good time. Ciao, ciao.